depending on how you look at the title, either you read it in Portuguese or you read it in Latin, and you're going to get two different meanings. The Latin version means an open door, a Porta Aperta, and in Portuguese, it's a door that squeezes. I kind of like the idea because in a way they're conflicting. It's almost a complete contradiction. And I really like the idea of multiplicity, that idea that something can be multiple things at once, not just that they can perform different roles, but be different things at the same time. And I feel like that also is a good way to think about people as well, to an extent, that no one is ever just one thing. I guess I kind of explored that with this album, just trying to explore that concept of multiplicity, connecting to tradition, but also the more contemporary side of my writing as well. It's kind of everything at once. And I think that's kind of what I want to express, at least about my own music, that I am all these things at once as well. I think compositionally, I'm really gravitated to just ambiguity in general. So just trying to create like very harmonically ambiguous sounds going through, like the idea where, you can't establish whether it's major or minor. I really wanted to kind of just give this neither here nor there type feeling to it. If we want to get technical about it, I use a lot of polyrhythms and stuff like that. And I really experiment with texture between the different rhythmic components of the tune. I feel like a combination of all those things kind of creates that very moody, ambiguous kind of feel to it. I really like the idea of using solos compositionally. It's kind of interesting because the solos kind of take on they have almost a different character in a way, because they have they're almost more clear cut than the composition themselves, and I kind of like that, So I feel like it's almost like the personality of the tune is in the solos, really. But at the same time, I can have an idea of like, okay, compositionally, what do I want to achieve? What solo would achieve those compositional things I was looking for? We're really good at understanding things when it's one at a time, when something is just one thing at one time. A table is a table until someone sits on it, and then it's a chair. But we don't really have really good language to deal with things that can be multiple states at the same time. I kind of wanted it to be like, okay, here are, two very different ways of writing, and they're both me. But I think what art really is about something that relates to what we already know, but is also pushing us at the same time. One foot in the future and one foot in the past. And I think that's really the sweet spot of what great art is. So that's what I want. That's what I want to try to achieve, anyways, with my music, and I know I want to try to express that with the album. I produced the album myself, so I was wearing a lot of hats that day in the recording studio. It's a very divided album. The first half, I feel, is a lot more contemporary sounding, and the second half is a lot more directly inspired from, more recognizable jazz tradition, I suppose. I see this album very much as part of this bigger process of trying to become a better artist, better composer. This is just a stop in the journey, and I'm just really excited for where it goes. And I know the way to get there is just to write more, play more. And yeah, this album, along with everything else, this music is going to feed into that.